We're live straight away, and off the bat we go. It's going to be Stermy who collects the Mega, gets himself out, and now coming at him though is the LG Power of Poland, and cleaning him out. And that is a great start for Avek. He's now going to chase out, try to convert, but Stermy's going to say no. We're at 1-1. And we are away with a flash.
Maybe I spoke too soon. Great spawn, yeah, considering you spawn and you pick up a yellow armor and then like 5 steps away is the Mega. Unfortunately, then I'm like, in an afterthought, I'm like, well, wait a second. Machine Gun versus LG, not quite a compatible battle there, and hence the first frag that went to Avek. But Stermy is trying to bring it back in his favor, while Avek, who I'm going to switch on over to, he's at 193.75 right now after just picking up that Mega, and he definitely has the ability to hold on to control right here. So I do like this map, and I do like the way the meta game of the map changes. You know, when people first started playing this map, it was just like, just mad frags. Scores would be like 30-21, and now like it's really started. It is becoming like a hub or a more controlled hub, or even maybe a tourney too. So Stermy is going to get a second frag in a nice little LG battle that took place on that middle deck, and now here we are with 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Stermy has the lead.
Speaking about this map, what I'm really enjoying is that actually the Mega Health is just a double-edged sword all around. Here we go. Frag up against the wall. Stermy is going to get himself up to a 3-1 lead. Avek found himself backed into a corner. But you know, that Mega Health going down there, not only do you make the noise, but coming out, you've only got 2 ways to come out. And someone can fire at you from above and cause all sorts of damage. You can really bait your opponent there. And we've seen some great little duels, almost individual plays, which that for Stermy just was not, and he just made me look like an idiot as he goes in and out, and Avek's not doing
Well, I mean, in some cases you do. In other cases, you're already stacked, and you can go, I can give up a Mega Health because I'm going to do damage to this guy just for him trying to pick it up. Plus, it seems like if you get a bounce in that little Mega Health pawn, you're just almost guaranteed a kill. Because it's very difficult when you're getting bounced up against the wall to like aim your LG or to possibly fire a grenade or whatever. And right now, Stermy is just playing a slow and steady game to win the race, using those teleporters very nicely. Going to force another fight here versus Avek, and he does so right around the spawn of the Mega Health, which works out really well for Stermy to hold on to control. He's now got a 4-point lead over Avek, and I gotta say, impressive play by this guy.
Really, really slow and steady wins the race from Stermy right now. Avek is finding himself without a plan. He's trying to avoid Stermy the best he can, get some of those yellows, because there are 3 yellows, no reds on this map, remember, and then go for that fight. But Stermy is, he's got good kind of, I guess you could say, map awareness. He knows where Avek's going to be all the time. Now Avek is just raining in the rockets onto that Mega at the moment. Stermy has been able to get that out. And what health does he come away with? 177, so Avek didn't do too much damage to him.
No, he didn't, but he did manage to shave away some armor, which, you know, from like this guy's point of view, any armor, anything you can take away from your opponent, probably pretty good thing to have.
But 6:30 to go. Right now, Stermy will not have broken into sweat in this third map.
No, not at all, Toss. I totally agree. In fact, Stermy is probably pretty calm and collected right now. He's not really been, maybe other than that first 30 seconds where things were a little hectic, but he was able to recover from that despite the fact that he got this fantastic spawn with no weapon and has been able to come back. So again, let's go back to Avek, who is really struggling to try to find his opportunity. But when I say struggling, it's not totally fair. He's just playing a patient game. He wants to make sure that he has what he needs, all the health, all the armor to win a battle. Because if you go into battle and you know you're not going to win, then you're just beating yourself automatically. Avek does come out, get some great LG damage on his opponent, but it's not going to be enough. Now you look at Stermy though, he's going to walk away with that one with 157. So here is and then grab the Mega. So Stermy did recover from that one very, very well. But Avek is playing a patient game. And, you know, that's great on this map and everything. However, Stermy could choose to go very aggressive, and then that becomes much more difficult to do.
Avek is really struggling at the moment. He's really not able to press down any health at all on them. Now you see, look, he's just batting those rockets away without too much of a cause. Here we go, 1 rocket down. That takes Stermy all the way down to 69, and now Avek's got an opening. Now Stermy is instantly, you see the change in Stermy's playstyle. He's having to retreat somewhat. He's having to, you know, say, I actually need to go and get, oh, narrowly avoided a rocket that would have taken him down there. And Stermy's priorities have just changed to picking up health and armor for the first time in 5 minutes. So Avek's got that small opening now. The question is, can he capitalize on it?
And look at how defensive Stermy's play automatically went to. Just suddenly started playing a very defensive game. Now all of a sudden more grenades coming out. He's trying to zone his opponent and get him to be where he wants him to be. And Avek is going to finally take advantage of that. Avek is not an idiot. None of these guys are. They see that Stermy's play has suddenly changed, and that's a good indication that, okay, Stermy's probably lower than he's ever been the whole match. Now, that actually affected Avek in the first map because Stermy was kind of playing possum a little bit. But on a map like this, that's so small, that doesn't give you a lot of room to work with, that's a very difficult thing to do. So Stermy still has the lead by 4 points, and we have got 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in this matchup. Can Avek bring it back? Yes. He has obviously noticed that there has been a change in play from Stermy. The question is can he grab a Mega and capitalize? He's going to drop down right now, and there he is. He's got that Mega. Now he's just got to get the kills.
And he got away without Stermy really creating too much incident at that Mega. Stermy's rocket was, you know, millimeters away, but now is his chance. Now is the time. As Avek has to find Stermy. He's ready to go. There is no better chance than now. He just needs to find Stermy. And Stermy is quite happily sat further and further away back. And you know, this is a very oh, here we go. Rocket coming out on the other side of the teleporter. Stermy finds himself pinned up, and Avek gets the telefrag, and it's a complete flip reversal from what happened to him against Faz. Now he converts. Now it's game on. 2 frags behind. Make that 1 frag behind with 3 to go. Game on.
Very, very nice. He's got it trapped once again, although he did spawn on top of the RL, and that was going to be good for Stermy right there. Stermy now trying to get himself some yellow armor, and he knows that this game is in jeopardy, being down by 1. There's still a lot of time remaining. However, having done enough damage to Avek, he also knows that he sort of got him in a position where, you know, a great rocket and then a little bit of LG bead will be enough to take him out. We're going to have a mid-tier LG battle, and Stermy brings it back. I think Avek read that one a little bit wrong there, and he is going to give up another frag as Stermy knows the timing of that RL and goes after it. Now, that was a very, very nice comeback by Avek. I still would not count him out because we can have those situations happen yet again. But Stermy definitely knows the timings right now, and that will play a huge, huge part in this game.
Avek needs to take 30 seconds out, armor up, ammo up, and then come back for one final assault. He's just given away 2 cheap frags recently now. He's going down for the Mega. That's a cheap frag to give away as he loses out the Mega, and it may be too much for him now. LG out onto Stermy, who's just collected that Mega. Remember, this is not going to happen, and Stermy gets it. And you know what? These have been 8 beautiful minutes of Quake. We've seen so many different paces to this map. And we'll see now whether there is to be one final hurrah from the pole. Can he pluck something out? He's going to need to land one of these rockets. He's only got 6 points of health. And Stermy will finish him off with a lick of LG. This is the decider map, 90 seconds to go. And Avek is not even moving. That's it. It's over.
You know that it's a great thing when your opponent just stops moving all of a sudden. That's usually an indication that they're done. That they knew they had their opportunity, and then they gave it up. And we'll just see Stermy pretty much run the rest of the map. There's a minute left. And, you know, I mean, again, Avek was in a situation where he was like, look, I've got one more opportunity. I've got to get this Mega. If I don't get it, you know, my chances of winning this game are like 5%, and that is exactly what happened. Stermy will happily take all of these spawn frags right here. It's just it's like him running his victory lap, you know, with his LG and just like waving in the air. He knows that he has won it, and he will stay alive in the winner bracket. For a guy like Avek, a guy that came in here seated very high, a guy that came in here that a lot of people said Avek will easily sail to the furthest point of the winner bracket. And you know, for a lot of people that said Stermy's going to get rocked here at QuakeCon 2009, to that I say, I think that these 3 games show you otherwise. And this has just been a phenomenal matchup, TosspoT. I thought that was a great game, and this 20-5 score is absolutely no indication of just how close this game actually was.
It came down to one play. The 8 minutes basically before Avek called it, we had an early 4 minutes where Stermy raced into a 6-1 lead, and then we had the Avek comeback trail, and he built up momentum, pulled it back to 2 frags, and then there was just this one moment where it all came down to, because Avek would have been able to pull it away. It started with the telefrag that gave him his opening, and Stermy shut the door on him.
He did, and good games will be exchanged by both of these players. Stermy will come out triumphant, however, and he will breathe a little easier, knowing getting some water, what every great Quaker does after a tough match like that. And I believe that was Bass coming up and saying, good game on that one. But Avek will drop down to the loser's bracket. He's not down. He's not out. He just has one less chance to bring it back in his favor. But, dude, that was an awesome set of games right there.
Really, really great. And there's more coming your way. We're going to get ourselves down to the point tonight where I think there's 4 teams or 4 players left in both tournaments. So there's still a lot of loser bracket action to come tonight. Fox,
we got
Faz.
We got the Swedish brothers, Fox and Faz, coming at you. That'll be next here for live from the QuakeCon 2009 coverage. I'm djWheat from Live on 3.
And I'm TosspoT from Quad V.
Fox versus Faz is coming up next. Don't go away.